We got nothing but silence today from YouTube and its operator Google in our search for answers about channels that continue to be operated by convicted child neglectors from Frederick, Maryland. Michael and Heather Martin, they are on probation for emotionally and physically abusing their own kids in YouTube videos. But that hasn't stopped them from staying in the business of producing online prank videos for YouTube with the 3 kids that they still have custody of. Scott Broom is following up here on the outrage that his reporting sparked.
The big question here is, why does YouTube let these particular channels happen? How is their YouTube account not banned is the mystified reaction online in the wake of our reporting. This after I reported on the resurgence of YouTube channels hosted by convicted child neglectors, Michael and Heather Martin. They're the Frederick County parents who lost custody of 2 children last year after featuring episodes of emotional and physical abuse masquerading as mere pranks on their popular money-making YouTube channel, FamilyOfFive. On probation now, the couple has moved to West Virginia, where they are at it again with 2 toned-down YouTube channels featuring their 3 remaining kids. The channels FamilyOFive and FamilyOFive Gaming combined have over 400,000 subscribers and continue to feature pranks that in some cases appear to show a child being harassed by a family member to the point of emotional explosion, and Father Mike Martin shouting at his sons. The family told me in a written statement that they have healed in the past 18 months and that they continue producing YouTube videos within the strict boundaries we've set for ourselves. Repeated emails and attempts to contact any representative for YouTube on the phone have been ignored.
YouTube's mission is to give everyone a voice.
But just this week, YouTube executive Juniper Downs was in front of Congress trying to explain how YouTube handles its responsibilities.
We are dedicated to access to information and freedom of expression, but it's not anything goes on YouTube.
YouTube's community guidelines clearly state that harassment behavior is off limits and that children appearing in videos that are making money must be compensated according to local laws. It's up to users to police the platform themselves by reporting content violations that can result in being banned. Now, because